Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another video. I saw someone over on Twitter post this headline article and I did some more investigating. And while this actually happened in 2015, it is still somehow making the rounds today because of what this world's first lesbian bishop, yeah, you heard me correctly there, calling for the church to remove crosses to install a Muslim prayer space. You heard me correctly. This was actually a legitimate headline all the way back in 2015. And well, looks like the world's first lesbian bishop has gone and done just that. And well, people are following up on this story and they're actually really curious as to what this bishop really did. And well, the Bishop of Stockholm has proposed a church in her diocese remove all signs of the cross and put down markings showing the direction to Mecca for the benefit of Muslim worshippers. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know whether or not Muslims would be entering into a Catholic church. That to me just it doesn't work at all. Why would a Muslim enter into a Catholic church to worship Jesus or God? Because they don't believe that Jesus is God at all. And, you know, it's debatable whether or not this bishop believes that either, because you wanted to remove the cross, which has a huge significance for your actual religion, woman. If you were to even remotely study your Bible, what did Jesus die on exactly? He died on a cross, and that cross is a symbol for many of Christianity, for salvation, for all kinds of things, and that revolve around Christianity, I should say. And this world's first lesbian bishop has decided to go, nah, we're going to remove all the crosses, which is a huge blasphemy, if you ask me. You shouldn't be a bishop or be any person that is in a position of leadership in a church if you're wanting to remove all crosses. And it's highly debatable that if you are a Christian and you're wanting to remove crosses anywhere, really starting to question your faith. Just saying, right? Because that is one of the pinnacle. When we look at the cross and we remember the cross, what do we picture and what do we remember? It's Jesus on the cross shedding his blood for you and I, right? And this lesbian bishop wants to remove them all, or she did, and install the Muslim prayer space. If you're talking about ultimate wokeness, this happened in 2015, man. So here's the article that Pink News decided to publish in July of this year. So bigots are furious at the world's first lesbian bishop, Eva Brunn, for something she did in 2015. Yeah, damn well right. Like, why wouldn't we be mad today? Like, I think this kind of story, we missed it all the way back in 2015, and now we're catching up. A tweet featuring a newspaper screenshot about the world's first lesbian bishop has gone viral after it was shared by an angry right-winger or right-wingers, despite the fact the article is dated October 2015. A Trump-supporting, got to add that, X account called AKA Face Hots shared the screenshot on 9th of July. It reads, world's first lesbian bishop calls for church to remove crosses to install Muslim prayer space. Since then, the tweet has had over 8,000 retweets, 13,000 comments, and been viewed over 2 million times. The story dates back to October 2015 and refers to the fact Eva Brunn, the Bishop of Stockholm from 2009 to 2019, well, good that she was gone, who is a lesbian, has suggested making some changes to a single church in Sweden. Kind of changes that you wouldn't even consider if you were really a Christian. Just saying. The church in question was the Siemens Church in Stockholm Harbour, which she suggested converting into church for worshipping sailors of all beliefs and to mark the direction of Mecca as a service to Muslim visitors. Just why? Why? You're not coattailing to their belief or any other belief. You are supposed to be your own belief. You're supposed to go with your and stick with that. Like you're supposed to be a Christian of sorts, right? Not a very good one at that. Not a very devoted one, I should say. At the time, thousands of refugees were making their way to Europe by sea following the Syrian civil war, which has now been ended. Just saying. The suggestion was politely rejected by Kiki Wetterberg, the head of the Seamen's Church, who wasn't part of Eva Brunn's diocese. In an interview with Dagen, she said she had no problem with Muslim or Hindu sailors worshipping in the church, but the church will keep its crosses being a Christian church. Well, thank God that the actual head, Kiki Wetterberg, which I think is another woman, had a little bit of backbone and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" The screenshot with its inflammatory wording and hard to read date has caused an intense reactionary backlash from people who seem to A, think it's a recent story, and B, hate both Muslims and lesbians and are delighted to have the opportunity to make that abundantly clear online. So I wouldn't be doing you guys any favors if I just went off and didn't mention that it was created all the way back in 2015. But since then, it's still circulating online, believe it or not. I found it today. And I thought, this is a very interesting story. So I'm going to talk about it. Why the hell not? The top comment reads, "I'm not a Catholic, but I think the word we're looking for here is excommunication. Blasphemy will also work." Well, that I agree with, right? If you are supposed to be a bishop that wants to remove all the crosses and you're suggesting that to actually take place, I really question your faith. I bring up the same thing. Blasphemy of the highest sorts. Removing the symbol of what Jesus died on, the symbol of salvation for us. Like, for goodness sake, it's worth noting that Eva Brunn wasn't a Catholic bishop. Okay. The Catholic Church doesn't allow female bishops. She was a Church of Sweden bishop of the evangelical Lutheran faith. Interesting. So, right. These different sects in Christianity, it just fascinates me. You got different, when you think of bishop, I automatically go to, Catholic, but apparently you got Lutheran bishops as well. So forgive me, guys. Another comment says she is just playing dress up because female bishops don't exist. What a joke. Female bishops do exist, which can be proven by the fact that Eva Brunn used to be one. Used to be. Not anymore. The Church of England also allows female bishops, as does the Anglican Church of Canada. Of course, Canada does. The Anglican Church of Aotearoa in New Zealand and Polynesia. The Anglican Church of Australia, of course. So a lot of Anglican churches, right? Seems like the Anglicans get the idea. Why can't we have more female bishops? Which is just nuts, if you ask me. But anyway, why isn't she removed immediately, said a third person. The answer is because it happened 9 years ago, and she was subsequently removed not long after, like a couple of years after. The Church of Sweden is famously LGBT whatever plus friendly, and in 2021 declared itself proudly trans inclusive. There you have it, people, in a powerful letter to its transgender members. Penned by 4 priests, an author, and its diocese communications officer, the letter read, "We are writing to you from a church that is also trans." Oh, good grief. The blasphemy and all this is just, it's sickening, if you ask me. But, I mean, they're Lutheran. Lutheran and Anglicans just, they've gone off the deep end. They've gone off the plot. And even the Catholic Pope is doing the same thing, as it would seem. And even, I'm just saying, like Christians today, also being more progressive of sorts. We need to be more tolerant. No, Follow the damn Bible, man. Or just follow the Bible. A church is made up of people. People are different. We have religious teachers, employees, church wardens, elected representatives, non-profits, and other passioners who define themselves as transgender people. Church thus also consists of transgender people. Therefore, the church could be described as trans. No. You don't coattail to them, man. Good grief. You're just slapping God in the face is what you're doing. Eva Brunn, the world's first lesbian bishop. When Brunn was appointed Bishop of Stockholm in 2009, she became the first openly lesbian bishop of a mainstream church in the world, as well as the first Church of Sweden bishop to be in a registered same-sex partnership. There was a degree of backlash due to the fact she was LGBT whatever. 5 Anglican bishops, including the then Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams, declined to attend her consecration ceremony, but then not long after that, they appoint countless other female bishops. They're totally fine with that, but I think they've got like a fine line when it comes to being part of the LGBT thing. But yet they'll say, oh, trans people, we the church are also trans. We've got lots of trans members. Now, personally, if a transgender individual wants to go to church, or even a gay person wants to go to church, it's fantastic. Probably the best place for you to be in order to be convicted of your wickedness and your sin. But hey, let's just keep praying for them, right? So anyway, I would be, if this was happening right now, I would be quite mad about it, but I'm not, because it happened all the way back in 2015 and it didn't really take place. So I think we dodged a bullet with that one. Still, there are some stupid people out there in the world, right? Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.